All week I've been stumbling across the scriptures that mention the city that is to come, the city that Abraham looked forward to. So I thought it would be good for us to read some more about the city, to see if today we can share with Abraham in his hope and genuinely rejoice for that which is to come. Because I think as people in their day-to-day lives, as things just go by and stuff like that, we kind of lose sight of what it is that we are really looking forward to. People read holiday brochures, don't they, and they get excited. Ooh, look, it's got a pool. Ooh. They wouldn't really get that excited if they thought the places weren't real and they weren't actually having any chance to go in there, would they? What are we like when we read about the New Jerusalem? What are we like when we read about the fact that our Messiah is coming back? I saw the new heavens and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. There was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And God, as we read, shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes. There will be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. And the Aleph and the Tav there, and I mentioned this last year, but I'll mention it again. For those who want a sign that they can trust in the one who watches over them, is your Aleph and the Tav. And the word for sign is Auth, which consists of an Aleph, which is an ox head meaning the leader, fair strength, can also be a picture of Yehovah. Then there's a Vav, which is a nail, and then a Tav, which is in the shape of a cross, means a sign. Hebrew is read right to left. So Auth, God nailed to a cross. Alpha, Aleph, and the Omega. So if you want a sign that you can trust in Yehovah, just remember what it is that he has done for you. The one who conquers will have this heritage, and I will be his God, and he will be my son. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the detestable, for the murderers, the sexually immoral, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all the liars, their portion will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. Of course, we also read in Matthew, the Son of Man will send his angels and gather out of his kingdom all causes of sin and all lawbreakers and throw them into the fiery furnace. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then came one of the seven angels of the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues, and he spoke to me, saying, Come, and I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb. He carried me in the Spirit to a great high mountain, and he showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, its radiance like a most rare jewel, like a jasper, clear as crystal. It had a great high wall with 12 gates, and at the gates were 12 angels, and on the gates the names of the 12 tribes of the sons of Israel were inscribed. And on the east 3 gates, the north 3 gates, the south 3 gates, and the west 3 gates. The wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the 12 names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And the one spoke to me, had a measuring rod of gold to measure the city and its gates and its walls. The city lies 4 square, its length the same as its width, and he measured the city with his rod, 12,000 stadia, its length and width and height equal. He also mentioned its wall, 144 cubits by human measurement, which is also an angel's measurement. The wall was built of jasper, while the city was pure gold, like clear glass. Foundations of the wall of the city were adorned with every kind of jewel. I don't think we can even begin to imagine, can we, what it would be like. I was trying to think the other day, I was like, there's certain things that until you actually experience them, it's so difficult to explain, isn't it? It's like I was thinking, imagine trying to explain to somebody how lovely it is to eat a strawberry, and they had no reference point. It's like, it's difficult for us to have a reference point to imagine what this place is actually going to be like. The first was jasper, the second sapphire, the third agate, the fourth emerald, the fifth onyx, the sixth cornelian, the seventh chrysolite, and the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls, each of the gates made of a single pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, like transparent glass. Now, I've mentioned this a few years ago. Most light just bounces about in our world. Then we have light that goes in a specific direction, laser light. Then we have something called pure or purer light. This is light that has been cross-polarized or filtered, as it were. Scientists took samples of many jewels and shone pure light through them. There are two types of jewels. There are anisotropic jewels and isotropic jewels. Anisotropic jewels in pure light, whatever their colour to begin with, they turn into all the colours of the rainbow and produce stunning patterns. Isotropic jewels in pure light lose all their colour and just go black. This is stuff obviously that we've only realised lately. Diamonds in pure light are nothing. Rubies and garnets lose everything and just look completely black. But the precious stones in the foundation to Yehovah's city, where it says there is no need of the sun, for he is the light, they all look like this. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? As I say, we cannot even begin to imagine, can we, what this city would be like. I saw no temple in the city, for its temple is the Lord God, the Almighty, and the Lamb. And the city has no need of sun or moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and its lamp is the Lamb. By its light will the nations walk, and the kings of the earth will bring their glory into it. Its gates will never be shut by day, and there will be no night there. It will bring into it the glory and the honour of the nations, but nothing unclean will ever enter it, nor anyone who does what is detestable or false, but only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. What a place. I saw no temple, for its temple is the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb. And I've just read that, haven't I? I've obviously picked a different picture there. There'll be no night there. They will bring into the glory and honour of the nations, but nothing unclean will enter it. Only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. And this is the city that Abraham looked forward to. The city of the Elohim that tells us that he will never leave us or forsake us.